the Hydra tea. So we'll review comic books and talk about comic books, believe it or not.
And just comic books.
Actually, I kind of want to talk about a movie today, but...
Which movie, Mike?
One it hasn't come out with. Star Wars, Force Awakening.
You talk about whatever you want, Mike.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about comic books first.
I'm guessing you're going to talk about some sort of Star Wars comic book.
Actually, no, surprisingly not. I'm actually going to be talking about... fucking Carnage.
Carnage. All Carnage?
Yeah, man. Carnage is great.
Yo, take it easy with the fucking tape, buds. Just saying, you're making a lot of noise. It's fucking up my volumes when I edit this later.
So yeah, Carnage.
You're not going to show the fine people the...
No, we're going to get our wonderful director to take pictures of said cover.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
For sure, that's his job. Are we okay on this?
You can hold it up if you want. I'll get shots of it later. Not so close, it ruins the focus.
It ruins the focus.
No. Okay.
So Carnage, what about him? Angry, Cletus Cassidy.
Yeah, Cletus. For me personally, I find that in the Marvel universe, he is one of the scariest goddamn supervillains out there.
If you're a putty cat, yeah.
Yeah, let's like to be eviscerated too. Personally, I enjoy him. Like, if for those who don't know, Carnage would be the son of Venom. So the symbiote that is Venom had a child, which is Carnage, which embedded itself into a serial killer. And it's insane, and it's scary. If you don't know who Carnage is, it will be...
Who's Carnage?
It will be the symbiote... Okay, the Venom symbiote had a child. This child combined itself with a psychotic serial killer, thus making Carnage.
Are you positive? I thought it was like there was a Venom symbiote, then there was the Carnage type of symbiotes. They came from a planet.
No. It's Venom. Carnage is Venom's, like, the symbiote's child.
You 100% sure?
I'm 100%. I guarantee it.
Okay, I don't know. So.
Anyway, so Carnage, in my opinion, Carnage is one of the most terrifying Marvel villains, only because it's insane and violent. There's no, like, Carnage has no objective. It doesn't want to take over the world. It doesn't want to rule anybody. It just wants to kill and maim and destroy people. And it does it really fucking well. So this current, like, there is, the thing with Carnage is that there is no current, like, ongoing run with Carnage. Is that there's a whole bunch of short, like, kind of mini runs.
That's lately too. I don't think they've had a lot of Carnage runs.
No, Carnage has been out of the picture for a very long time. Only like 2 years ago, this one come out. It'd be Carnage Family Feud, which is good. I mean, it's Wells and Crane, powerhouse team.
Mm.
The art in this comic is, well, you can see, it's well done. I mean, it's a lot of computer work.
Was that Cal Yost? Who did the art for that? Was that Yost?
I believe it's
Crane.
Yeah, it's really done well. The storyline is very, very good. Carnage is absolutely terrifying in this storyline.
If you're a bitch.
I guess. But he's absolutely terrifying in the storyline.
I don't get scared from nothing.
Okay. And then it hops into one of my favorite stories involving Carnage, which would be the Carnage USA run.
That actually was a pretty good one.
It's actually pretty. I believe it's also Wells and Crane are doing it as well. It's good. It's really good. Yeah. I enjoyed it as well. And that's the thing with Carnage is that to me, he's the scariest villain because he really has no objective. He just wants to literally kill everyone in the world, just because he can, just because he's insane. Like
that's 7 billion objectives, almost,
and more every day. But
more
generally grouped together one overall hierarchy objective of just killing everyone and having fun doing it. Carnage. Like, the one thing that really identifies him as being absolutely mad is that Venom refers to itself as we are Venom. So it'll be Eddie Brock or whoever has the Venom suit now always refers to itself as we are Venom. It's a collective. Whereas Carnage refers to itself as I am Carnage. There is no two anymore. There is no symbiote suit and the person who's wearing it. It's one being completely combined. So which is, kind of gives you an idea of where it is mind state wise. So anyway, it goes Family Feud, Carnage USA. It then goes Minimum Carnage, which will be Venom and Scarlet Spider versus Carnage. They go into the micro universe.
Which Scarlet Spider though? Because there's a few of them.
I don't know. Just Scarlet Spider. And it's not Ben. There's so many Spider-Man clones.
Would it be that Kane guy?
Would it be? I do believe it's Kane. Anyway, Kane, Scarlet Spider, they'll go into the micro universe and they battle Carnage, and it's pretty fun. It sounds like a completely ridiculous concept.
That'd make it on par with every other Marvel.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's actually done kind of well. Like the thing with this series is that Carnage, whoever after Carnage USA, Zeb Wells and Crane are out of the picture in terms of writing and art, but the storyline and the art is pretty strong throughout every single run. Minimum Carnage, and then you have Superior Carnage, and now we're sitting here with Carnage Axis, where Carnage gets flips. Which is actually, I've read it. It came out last week, 2 weeks ago. Have you read it yet?
No.
It's good. Only because you have this psychotic serial killer who's now good, and he's like really in his mind trying to be good.
Wait, is that the one where he runs up into the house and Spider-Man comes up after him?
No.
Where did I read that? Oh no, that's something else. Never mind.
Okay. No, like he's seeing his girl getting mugged, and she's like, "What should I do?" So in his mind's eye, it shows him just cutting her in half.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Wait, no, that's not right. Like, wait, something's wrong with that."
Nah. You might want to explain why it's Carnage Axis per se.
The Axis storyline is essentially we were talking about before, right? Where they Red Skull.
Axis.
My understanding is that Red Skull took Charles Xavier Brain.
I can fill it in for you if you want.
Go for it. Do you have it here? Or?
Yeah, I do. That's literally one of the ones.
Oh, okay. Anyway, right, sorry, you have it actually here.
Wait the fuck out. You'll hear about it in a second.
Yeah. So anyway, Carnage is like pretty much all the heroes have been flipped. So good guys are bad guys are good. And Carnage is having a little trouble being
Well, we don't know
good.
if they've been flipped yet. I don't know if it's necessarily a flippage. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah, no, it's really weird. But anyway, it's Carnage trying to be good, which I find is really funny. Just because he's trying, like you're reading his thought processes and what he's trying to do right. So he's like, I'm gonna say this when he goes down, just like chop some guy's hand off and just like gut some other guy, and it's like, you're safe, man. And everyone's screaming in fear. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, and then I missed one after Superior Carnage. You have Carnage versus Deadpool, which is the absolute funniest. It's just for a little background.
I have it.
I don't have it.
No,
I have the full run. It's so funny. Only because the best, like it's funny. I love Deadpool, but I do not read many of his comics. I don't really pick up that much.
There's a lot.
I know there's a lot of them.
enough, there's still more Death of Wolverine titles than Deadpool, but there's still a lot of Deadpool titles.
Oh my god. Anyway, so essentially it's Deadpool trying to fight Carnage. I don't think they've ever fought before. I think that's really the first time they've ever actually gone against each other.
First time they fought each other.
I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's like this Deadpool being, I'm just going to let the universe decide where to take me, because like Carnage is killing people completely randomly. So Deadpool's like, just universe take me. So he's standing in crowd, he's like, just take me, universe. He just starts following a trail, and eventually leads him to Carnage over and over and over again. Yeah. Anyway, great storyline. So Axis is going pretty good. I like what they're doing with trying
Axis,
to make.
I'm on the fence with it, man.
I mean, no, just in terms of Carnage,
yeah.
I like what they're doing with him because he's trying to be good. He's trying to be a good guy.
Well, they're taking a bunch of villains and trying to make them nice, or their axis of whatever the fuck is going on. Really, like they'll explain it probably 3 years from now in a different series.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Who knows? Just read and hopefully find some sort of entertainment.
There we go. That's usually it. And for me personally, I find that the entire Carnage run, this modern Carnage run, has been great. Only because everyone, you have Carnage in the center of it all being the villain, but you have varying superheroes. Spider-Man, Iron Man for Family Feud, just Spider-Man, and actually, I completely forgot, in Carnage USA, he ends up taking over the Avengers, infecting them with the symbiote, which is, I'll make sure I have the panel get thrown up for that. Terrifying. Cool. Very, very cool, very terrifying. If you and Spider-Man can't be infected only because if you're infected with a symbiote, you can never be reinfected with a symbiote. So he's immune, but everyone, Wolverine, the Thing, Iron Man, no.
Isn't an Avenger.
He tags along with the storyline.
I think it's Wolverine, Captain America, Thing.
Hawkeye, maybe?
I can't remember.
Yeah. Anyway, they all get infected.
Of them.
Yeah, it's really good. It's actually a really cool concept, and he's just taking over this entire town. Just this symbiote, just growing and growing and taking over everyone, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah. But that's also a Marvel fucking niche thing. Is take one person's superpower and apply it to everybody else.
Yeah, that's true.
So they did that with the hulked out heroes.
Yeah.
So, which was... We're not even talking about that.
We're not talking about that today. Anyway,
I gotta watch my volume. Apparently I'm low and loud. Which I had a hard time understanding anyways. Because
yeah,
someone's a dirtbag.
So Carnage, if you're a fan of Spider-Man and want to see this villain really at his peak, they're doing really, like, say what you want about the Marvel Universe, at least for Carnage, I find that they're doing a pretty good job with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's scary. The heroes they always throw up against him they write the heroes really well when they're fighting him. And the art's absolutely amazing. Carnage is a fun character to draw, I can imagine.
Yeah,
with all the spindly lines and...
That'd be a giant pain in the ass.
Oh, I could, yeah. At least want to have fun. I mean, especially, like, the Carnage USA cover, like, it looks like he's draped an American flag. Yeah. But it's a suit.
Yeah.
And so it took me a long time to realize he's not draped an American flag, he's making the American flag.
Yeah. Well, he's still draping himself in an American flag.
But it's him draping himself in it. Which is pretty sweet. I mean, that and the poster, I want that poster so bad. So anyway, Carnage, I completely recommend it. It's good. If you want to see a good Marvel villain at his best with some good stories, good art, and good heroes being thrown against him, that's where to look. And it's all in trade paperback by now, so.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what took you 11 minutes to speak about one dude? I gotta speak about a bunch in like maybe 5-10 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Alright, first comic I read that came out this week. Shout out to Mike. That is Access number 4. So quickly there, because he was mentioning... Yeah, put it down. He was mentioning... what is Access? Why is Carnage turning into a good guy? Okay, so essentially speaking, because I've already explained this to a couple of people, so I got some practices here. Okay, so Xavier died at the end of Avengers vs. X-Men. If I just shat on your day, congratulations. You've had some of the greatest shit that ever came out of anyone's ass on your day. So be proud of that.
Oh, so by the way, spoilers.
Oh,
Too late for now.
you just threw me off my fucking horse, bro.
Access.
Right, so Xavier gets murked up. Now they decide to just bury the dude. You know, one of the most powerful telepaths in the world. Lord knows how many times they've brought back dead people in Marvel for good and bad reasons.
Oh my god! They killed Kenny! You bastard! Oh my god! They killed Kenny! Oh my god! I killed Kenny! You bastard!
Ned, look! There's a rare duck-billed platypus! It's coming right for us!
Oh my god! They killed Kenny! You bastard!
But anyways, they bury the motherfucker and no one decides to cover off on his grave. They don't even have a reserve force of fucking troubaloops sitting there watching Charles Xavier's grave. So Red Skull decides to go jack his brain, meld his brain with Xavier's brain, and then become what is known as Red Onslaught. I'm not joking. And he starts like broadcasting mental transmissions across the world of hate, like hate everything. It's like the Haters Ball 24-hour convention worldwide, and people start, you know, switching up. They start hating, right? So, anyways, outside of that whole fucking stuff that happens, he sets up in Genosha. The Avengers go down. The X-Men go over there to fight. There's a little bit of reconciliation, like they get together and they're friends again. I can't fucking think of the word right now, but either way. So then they beat up Red Skull. After they beat up Red Skull, they realize that Xavier might still be in there. So the Avengers are like, we gotta take Red Skull. He's a threat. X-Men are like, no, we gotta keep him because Xavier's in there, and if there's a chance to get Xavier out, we gotta do it. Blah blah blah. They rift. And the rift is like very small. That happened in the third one, I believe. So in the fourth one, you start seeing what's going on. Like, did they really catch Red Skull? Like, was that, you know, or was that something he allowed just so he can sort of continue on with his plan? Yeah. Because people start getting really, really wonky. Like the Falcon there, or Captain America, he's really like, I don't care what you're saying. This is what we're gonna do. And normally he's a fairly agreeable person. You know, Thor's down for killing him. Like, it's just stuff that you wouldn't really see these normal guys do. They start doing it. That's literally, I believe, the one where Carnage goes and saves some people.
That's what he's doing.
In a building. Yeah, they're getting stuck up by the squid. And then Carnage comes through. He's the first responder. And then Spider-Man comes through after. He's like, if Carnage is in there, they're already dead. And by the time he gets in there, all the villains, none of them are dead. No one took any money. Like, he didn't take any money. So it's shit's all over the place. But at the very end, near the very end there, so the Avengers want to kill Red Skull, and Hulk is like, "No, you can't do it." And then he turns into what they're calling Clue or Cull or whatever you want to call it. K-L-U-H. It's reverse Hulk. It's what happens when Hulk becomes sad. He becomes just a straight-on killer. So it's really weird. And he ends up breaking out a shield, saying that he's going to pretty much smash everything in his way. And the Avengers let it slide. They're like, it's not our problem. We got to kill Red Skull. So, Axis. I don't know what to think about it, but it's there. Hold on. Let me get that since I'm a fucking secretary. Hello? You hear that? What?
And then,
Fine.
and then
Life After Logan, the best piece of shit that came out of the Death Wolverine so far. It's actually half decent. Cyclops has a story, and then he's like, Wolverine went like a funeral, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna go to a bar, beat the shit out of people. It's a pretty decent story. It follows, there's one with Cyclops, one with Armor, and then one with Nightcrawler and Colossus. Weapon X program. Piece of shit comic. I wish I never fucking read it. It's literally, they took 5 dudes and gave them Wolverine powers, except for whatever reason, one of them has fucking acid abilities. I've never seen Wolverine spit acid unless you're talking about my eyes burning after reading The Death of Wolverine. Inhumans. Sons of Anarchy with fucking monkeys. So Planet of the Apes meets motorcycles. Really fucking dumb. Made no goddamn sense. Tooth and Claw, half decent comic from Image. It's about a planet where animals run the world. They got magic. They live in this place called the 17 Cities. Literally 17 big ass aircrafts that are flying and powered by magic. They're running out of magic. Some dumb motherfuckers like, oh, let's get the champion who started magic, bring him to the future, capture his magic, etc., etc., etc. The city comes crumbling down to the ground. Then they got to build again. Birthright, another Image fucking comic there. And I believe a Skyblind, which I can't remember who's responsible for that, but pretty decent comic. It's about some kid, he goes missing when he's a child in the woods. Turns out he gets shipped over to another planet, grows really fast, has to fight this guy, he's supposed to be the champion, ends up losing to the dude, but he comes back to the normal Earth to figure out some evil, you know, evil plans for that guy. Pretty interesting comic. Concrete Park, I still don't know what the fuck I think about it, but essentially speaking, white people get sick of criminals on Earth, so they send them up to space to sit around and fuck around with each other. The Spread, best comic so far of the week, except for the last one I'm probably going to mention, but Spread is awesome. Fucking read it. If you don't want to read it, you're a moron, you shouldn't even be watching this. Men of Wrath, pretty decent comic there, that's the Jason Aaron title. Very, very violent. If you can't handle violence like our director over here, don't even bother with it. Men of Wrath. It's not going to be a happy fucking comic. Zoo Hunters. Fucking kid loses his mom. Daddy's a little bit of a distant fucking space hunter there. He picks up a bunch of fucking animals for other people, whatever. I didn't really know what to think of it other than the fact that it looked pretty. Amazing Spider-Man #1. Or not Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Verse #1. Spider-Man with a bunch of other fucking Spider-Man. So if you're Kraftwerk, you're probably not gonna like it. Which means if you don't like Spider-Man, don't read a comic with a billion fucking Spider-Man. Can you pass me that one right up there? So, but by far the best comic I've read.
This one?
Period. Yeah. Period. And if you're gonna take anything home, take this home. Rocket Raccoon, possibly one of the text-heaviest comics I've read all week. Is great. It's a really good series. I think it's Scott Young who did the art and writes the story. Go home, give someone $3 and go pick it up, man. Google, leave me the fuck alone. Stop sending me fucking phone calls, you pieces of shit. And if you're gonna call me with a real motherfucking human being, you sons of bitches. Like, get the point. I don't want to fucking speak to you. And I can't really say that to you when you're sending me a stupid ass fucking goddamn mechanical voice talking to me about, like, oh, did you know that you're not blind with Google? I don't give a fuck about Google, you son of a bitch. Pay me.
Thanks for watching Hydra Teeth. We'll see you guys next week.